What does that look like then when you add LeBron into this mix?
I think the what does that look like is a great question, because it could look like a variety of different things. Do they adjust to LeBron? Does LeBron adjust to them?
The Lakers have won 4 games in a row. Luka Doncic is putting up numbers we haven't seen since Wilt Chamberlain. Reeves is averaging 31 points a game, and LeBron James hasn't played a single minute this season. Yeah, we need to talk about what's happening in Los Angeles right now. The Lakers are sitting at 6-2 and are 4-0 on the road. But here's what makes this wild. LeBron hasn't even played yet. He's been dealing with sciatica in his right side, and the team has been nothing short of dominant without him. We're watching something special unfold, and if you've been sleeping on this Lakers squad, it's time to wake up. Today we're breaking down exactly why this Lakers team is becoming a legitimate problem for the rest of the Western Conference. We'll look at Luka's historic start, how Austin Reaves has emerged as a genuine star, and what all this means when LeBron eventually returns. Let's get into it. Luka's putting up 41.3 points, 11.5 rebounds, and 8.3 assists per game. Those numbers are absurd. 41 points per game? That's not sustainable long term. We all know that. But the fact that he's doing it right now tells you everything about where his game's at. The man is putting on an absolute clinic every single night. And here's the crazy part. Luka started the season with 3 straight 40-point games. You know who the last person to do that was? Wilt Chamberlain. We're talking about one of the most unguardable players in NBA history. Luka's shooting 54.5% from the field. For a guy who's creating nearly every shot himself, handling the ball on almost every possession, that's borderline absurd. Now, his 3-point shooting percentage is at 29.2%, which is definitely lower than you'd like. But when you're getting to the rim at will and hitting mid-range shots in people's faces, you can live with that for now. Plus, we know Luka. That 3-point percentage will normalise as the season goes on. The playmaking is what really stands out though. 8.3 assists per game means he's running the entire offense. He's getting everyone involved, making the right reads, and creating easy opportunities for his teammates. Against Miami, he dropped 29 points, 11 rebounds, and 10 assists for a triple-double. That wasn't even his best scoring night. He just does whatever the game requires. Still, Doncic now has 165 total points on the season, which is the most any Lakers player has scored through their first 4 games of the season, surpassing Kobe Bryant and Jerry West in the process, as per NBA.com. But what makes Luka so dangerous is that he operates at his own pace. Defenses can't speed him up. He's playing chess while everyone else is playing checkers.
Going to work here. Doncic, the pump, fires and hits. He's in his bag.
Those step-back threes, the way he uses his body to create space, the court vision to hit cutters and spot up shooters. He's got every tool in the bag. Some people question whether Luka and LeBron would fit together. 2 ball-dominant guys who need the rock in their hands to be effective. But think about it. LeBron's at a point in his career where he doesn't need to carry that load every single night. He can pick his spots, play off ball, and let Luka cook. When they're both on the floor, you're looking at 2 of the best passers and highest IQ players in the league. That's not a conflict. That's a nightmare for defenses. Now let's talk about the other guy who's been absolutely balling out, Austin Reaves. Reeves is averaging 31.1 points and 9.3 assists over 7 games so far this season. Now these numbers should level out, but it's looking like he's taken another leap and established himself as a genuine number 2 option on a championship caliber team. The 3 games Luka missed, Reeves averaged 40 points per game. He basically said, "You need someone to carry the offense? I got you." And went out there and did exactly that. That's star behaviour. That's the kind of performance that changes how the league views you. What's impressive is how he's getting those points. He's shooting 48.9% from the field and 90% from free throw line. That free throw percentage tells you he's not just jacking up shots, he's getting to the line, making plays in the paint, and converting when it matters. His 3-point percentage is at 34.4, which is solid enough to keep defenses honest. The clutch gene is real with this kid too. He hit the game winner against the Timberwolves. Reeves cut through traffic and knocked it down when the game was on the line. That's the kind of moment that defines a player's confidence going forward. But what makes Reeves so valuable is his versatility. He can run the offense when Luka sits, he can play off ball and knock down threes when Luka's cooking. His basketball IQ is off the charts. He knows when to be aggressive, when to facilitate, and when to just get out of the way and let someone else work. The Lakers saw something in Reeves early on, and they've been rewarded for the faith in him. We're watching a player elevate his game to another level, and he's doing it on the biggest stage in basketball. When LeBron comes back, having Reeves as a third or maybe even second option is going to be absolutely lethal. Here's where it gets really interesting for the Lakers. Their depth is legit. Jake LaRavia is coming off the bench and giving them 12.9 points per game while shooting 60% from the field and 50% from three. That's instant offense when you need it. He had a 27-point game against Minnesota and a 25-point game against Miami. He's showing potential for consistent production and a guy who's embracing his role perfectly.
Crossover, splits the defense. LaRavia from the corner, hits another three. LaRavia now with 27 points. He's 5 of 6 from three.
Marcus Smart brings that defensive intensity and vet leadership that every championship team needs. He's not putting up big scoring numbers at 9.2 points per game, but that's not why he's here. He just recorded his 1,000th career steal, which tells you everything about his defensive impact. He's taking on the toughest assignments every night and making life miserable for opposing guards, and setting the tone with his effort and hustle. DeAndre Ayton is holding down the paint and averaging 17 and 8 per game while shooting 65% from the field. He's been dealing with some back spasms, but when he's on the floor, he's a force. In the Lakers' win against Portland, he dropped 29 points and 10 rebounds on his former team. That's the kind of performance that shows you what he's capable of when he's motivated and healthy. And now we have to talk about that Portland game, because that was wild. Luka and Reeves both sat out, and the Lakers still won on the road. Rui Hachimura went for 28 on 66.7% shooting. Nick Smith Jr., who's on a two-way contract, came off the bench and dropped 25 points, including 5 threes. The Lakers shot 58.8% from field as a team, and when your role players are that efficient, when your guys are stepping up and making winning plays regardless of who's available, that's when you know you've got something brewing. So let's zoom out for a second and talk about what we're really looking at here. The Lakers are second in the league in field goal percentage at 52%. That's elite efficiency. They're scoring 119.3 points per game, and they're doing it with ball movement. 27 assists per game has them in the middle of the pack, but that number should go up when LeBron returns and you have 3 elite playmakers on the floor. The three-point shooting at 33.1% is a concern, sitting at 22nd in the league. But here's the thing, they're compensating for that by dominating in the paint. They're 7th in points in the paint at 55.7 per game. When you've got guys like Luka and Reeves who can get to the rim, plus Ayton cleaning up inside, you can survive without elite three-point shooting. Although, adding some floor spacing would definitely help take this offense to another level. But here's what really matters though. They're 4-0 on the road. They're winning games in hostile environments without their best players. That mental toughness, that ability to execute regardless of the circumstances, that's what separates contenders from pretenders. The Lakers are showing they can win in different ways. Now, what happens when LeBron comes back? He's been out with sciatica. That's the kind of injury that can linger and affect your mobility. The Lakers are being smart by not rushing him back, especially since the team is winning without him. Why risk aggravating something when you're sitting 6-2? But when he does return, this offense is going to be absolutely ridiculous. Imagine trying to defend a lineup with LeBron, Luka, and Reeves all on the floor at the same time. Who are you putting your best defender on? If you commit to stopping Luka, LeBron's going to pick you apart. If you focus on LeBron, Luka's going to drop 40 on your head. And Reeves is right there ready to cook whoever's guarding him. The ball movement in that scenario would be incredible. All three of those guys are elite passers with high basketball IQ. The reads they'd make, the cuts they'd create, the open threes they'd generate. It would be beautiful basketball to watch, and we haven't even mentioned how LeBron's presence would open things up for guys like Reeves and Smart. The real question is how they manage minutes and touches, but honestly, that's a good problem to have. LeBron's at a point where he can be effective in 30 to 32 minutes per game instead of needing to play 36 to 38. Let Luka handle the heavy lifting in the regular season, keep LeBron fresh for the playoffs. The Western Conference is absolutely loaded this year, but right now, the Lakers look like they belong in that conversation at the top. They've got the star power, they've got the depth, and they've got the vet leadership to make a real run. The chemistry is developing faster than anyone expected, and that's huge this early in the season. The next few weeks will be crucial. Can Luka maintain anywhere close to this level of production? Will Reeves continue to be this aggressive and efficient? And how does the team adjust when LeBron returns and they need to reintegrate him into the offense? These are all questions that will get answered as the season progresses. But based on what we've seen so far, there's every reason to be optimistic if you're a Lakers fan. So yeah, the Los Angeles Lakers are becoming a problem. Luka Doncic is having a historically great start to the season. Austin Reaves has established himself as a legitimate co-star. The supporting cast is deeper than anyone expected, and LeBron James hasn't even suited up yet. 8 games is obviously a small sample size. We've got 74 more games in the regular season, and anything can happen. Injuries, slumps, chemistry issues. All of that could derail what looks promising right now, but the foundation is there, the talent is there, the winning mentality is there. The rest of the Western Conference should be taking notice because this Lakers team is building something special. When you can win games without your best players, when you can get contributions from different guys every night, when you have multiple stars who can take over games, that's when you become dangerous. The Lakers are back, and they're here to make noise. Drop a comment and let me know. Are the Lakers legit contenders? Or is this just an early season hot streak? And if you enjoyed this breakdown, hit that like button and subscribe for more NBA content, and maybe check out one of these videos on your screen now.